Hi, honey. So yeah, just making a video to talk about your last audio, the one before, the one about the political situation. You told me about your weekend, and sounds really fun to have a party at your workplace. That sounds really awesome. I'm seeing that I think you're starting your new work tomorrow. So are you excited? Did you have like a party at your office, the goodbye party at your office, um, and yeah, smoking a blunt in your boss's office is pretty must be a pretty intense experience. um, so yeah, the party sounded cool, and then you said you met with your friends and then you said you went out with Renzo on Saturday. So sounds fun to go to like a very um I'm listening if it's my mom coming. I'm gonna go to my room. Well, it's I don't think it's my mom. So yeah, anyway, you went out with Renzo and it sounds fun to go to a very underground Lima. But yeah, I'm sorry that you bump into this gossip gossip loving girl. And yeah, it sucks. I did you have like anyone tell you anything yet? I hope she keeps her mouth shut, or I will come and shut her mouth um with my fist. I don't know. My weekend was nice. I went to demonstration on Saturday. Um, sorry, I'm so tired. So complicated for me to find the words. There was a demonstration on Saturday because it was like anti-racism day and the day against police violence. So there was demonstration, protests against the police violence here and the way that immigrants are treated and the way like people who are like illegal, like we call them sans papier, which is like without papers, are treated here because they're automatically like sent back to their place if they're arrested, which is pretty horrible because usually they're fleeing like war or poverty or famine. So there was many protests against that and against the fact that police kill like it's like 15 people every year that are killed by the police, and it's mostly black or Arabic people. So it's the name of the protest was "The State Racism Kills." So it was like against everyone who suffers from the racism of the state and who suffers from the frontiers and the very rude, crude and cruel immigrant policy. So I was really happy to go to this protest, even though it was snowing as fuck, and I was like soaking wet at the end of the protest. Like I was shivering, and I went home and I took off all my clothes and changed completely because I was soaking wet. But the protest was good, and yeah, I was thinking that it's like 15 people a year in France, and it's like I don't know how many times more in the States, but it's like so much more. But yeah, during the protest, they were saying that we need to do something if we don't want to become like like certain states, because there was a law last year that authorized the police to just shoot on sight, which of course brought up the numbers of people killed. So we were protesting against that too. And government is planning to have a stricter, even more strict immigrant policy that would make um, it easier to send people back to their countries and make it harder for people to get the French nationality, which sucks completely because the immigrant situation in France is terrible, and there are a lot of like homeless people, and there are a lot of people who are sick who can't get a job, and it's just like, because if they don't have nationality, then they can get a real job, then they get like a crappy job which doesn't pay, and they can't participate in society, which is why they came here in the first place. So yeah, it's terrible, and I think we should accept immigrants completely and give them just nationality. Because I don't like, it's like French nationality is like such a treasure that we need to preserve. Like, who cares? We're all immigrants from different places, and it's not like there's a French race or anything. Anyone who comes here and wants to work here and send their kids to school and should be able to become French, I think. So anyway, yeah. So that was my Saturday, and then I went to a circus show for a change with Colleen, which was nice, but like a little bit boring. They were like acrobacies, but like kind of repetitive. And we went out to eat Indian food with Elizabeth, which was awesome, super super good. And they came to my place because the Indian restaurant was very near my place. If you come to Paris, we definitely will go eat Indian food there because it's awesome. It's made by real Indians, and it's so so good. And it's veggie, but I'm not vegetarian, but still. So they went back to my place. We watched a Glee episode. We watched the episode when Kurt and Blaine kiss for the first time, and we were like little fangirls. It had been like years since I watched a Glee episode, so it was super fun. We were singing all the songs. They were like, "Oh, that's the character, this character." A lot of them turned out pretty bad, but a lot of the actors. But we had a great time watching it, and then we watched Bordapart. In the It's a Godard movie. I don't know what it's called in English. Uh, it's the Godard movie with the girl Anna Karina and the two boys, and they run in the Louvre, and they want to steal money from a place. I don't know if you've seen it, but anyway, I'll write you the English name. So yeah, we watched that, and then the next day, what did I do on Sunday? I studied. I think that's it. Yeah, I think I just studied, and then I went to my dad's place in the evening. And yeah, that's it. And then these past few days, I finished finally your package that I need to send you. Like all the cards, all the things are finished, so I can send it to you as soon as I get an envelope. And I studied, I went to class, and on Tuesday there was a concert by Ras Friends. Their band is called Air Capitaine. I already sent you a video. And it was pretty nice. Ruff didn't make it because he was super, super tired, so I went with my friends, and I saw Combe, and he apologized for the way he behaved at my friend's party, so I was like, oh, it's okay, but I was happy he apologized because I was like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. But now that we talked about it, it's like, it's cool, no worries. And yeah, we had fun, it was nice. The sound was terrible, like it was in a bar, and just the music was horrible. There was like noise all the time, but it was a fun night. And yesterday I just went to Ruff's place. We watched X-Files and ate popcorn, and yeah, that's it. Right now I'm at home, and my cat is roaming around. What's doing? What are you doing? Yeah, so I told you it was getting warmer, and then it snowed this weekend. and now it's really really cold. So I told you, spring is supposed to be here since yesterday, and it's like 0 degrees outside. So furious. Today I went to my African dance lesson, so that was great. I'm gonna try to really go every week. I've been going every week for the past month, so I think that's pretty good. I think I'm on the right path. I'm gonna try to keep that going. And I had a test in cinema history class today. We had two. We could choose between two subjects, and I chose the subject about Charlie Chaplin. It was about the way Charlie Chaplin is perceived and portrayed and analyzed in the critics from the 1920s, and we studied a lot of critics from the 1920s. Like everyone gave like an expose, a lecture about one, two, or three articles. So we had a lot of articles that we were supposed to know. So I talked about the ones that were about Chaplin, and I don't know. I think it went good. It had been a while since I wrote like this, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know how to write anymore. But I think it went okay. Um, so yeah. This Saturday is Elizabeth's birthday, and I'm kind of stressed out because Juliet is gonna be there, and I told you I haven't seen her a lot lately, and I've seen her like maybe 3 or 4 times since we kind of fell apart. And Ref is gonna be there too, and it's like I think she's a bit mad at him, and because like when we had like our argument, she said that it was because of Raf that we weren't as close of friends as we used to be, and she told me a lot of mean things about him. And since then, they haven't seen each other, and I'm like, I know Raf is gonna be like okay, but I don't know. I know I'm gonna be stressed out and anxious, and I'm not excited about that. So I hope it goes well. I'm kind of looking forward to it being over, and I'm sad because it's like one of my best friend's birthday party, and I want it to be like a fun night. So I hope it turns out fun and nothing. There's no drama. That's what I want. No drama. Just happy folks. So yeah, tell me about the political situation. It's like so fucked up and weird, and I wish Trump would resign to just follow the Peru's example. And yeah, I love you, and tell me about your week. Tell me about how you feel about starting your new job, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.